In the second season of The Mandalorian, Ahsoka Tano instructs Din Djarin to bring the child Grogu to Tython, to the site of an ancient Jedi temple. Once there, he was to place the child on the Seeing Stone, and if the child Grogu reached out through the Force, there was a chance that of the few Jedi left in the galaxy, one might sense his presence and come looking for him. There have been several rumors and much speculation online regarding which Jedi might still be around during the time period of the show, which is set 5 years after the Return of the Jedi. Speculation has revolved around possibly Ezra Bridger from the Rebels series, Cal Kestis from Jedi Fallen Order, Ahsoka herself, perhaps in a change of heart from her initial refusal to train the child, and of course the most talked about has been the possibility of Luke Skywalker, who at this time is searching for ones to train. In recent videos, I've covered the rumors that Lucasfilm is interested in bringing on Sebastian Stan to portray a young Luke Skywalker for either The Mandalorian or perhaps one of the other several planned Disney Plus Star Wars shows. Amidst all the speculation for what could be in store for the child, there has also been another rumor gaining more and more attention among the Star Wars fanbase, and that surrounds the possibility that Samuel L. Jackson may be willing to return as an older, wiser Jedi Master Mace Windu. Mace Windu served on the Jedi High Council during the era of the Republic depicted in the prequel films and was regarded as a champion of the Jedi Order and all that it stood for. As shown in Revenge of the Sith, he tragically met his end when Anakin Skywalker intervened in his attempt to kill Chancellor Palpatine, resulting in his death and Anakin becoming Darth Vader. In this video, I'd like to talk a little bit about the likelihood of Mace Windu surviving, as well as the feasibility of whether or not this famous Jedi Master could still be alive during the time period when The Mandalorian takes place. As we've been made to realize from both the current and old Star Wars canon, characters suffering incredible falls means little in determining the possibility of their survival, with both Darth Maul and Sheev Palpatine being brought back after suffering what probably should have been lethal injuries. The last time we saw Mace Windu, he was thrown from a skyscraper window seemingly to his death in Coruscant after getting his hand cut off and receiving some pretty intense Force lightning from Chancellor Palpatine. Jackson himself actually believes that Windu might still be alive and expressed his desire to return a few years back at the Star Wars Celebration 40th Anniversary panel.
And while you're all sitting there, I know you're all in my corner on this, we know Jedis can fall from incredible heights and survive. So apparently, I am not dead. Yes, I have 2 appendages right now, but we know the long and rich history of Star Wars characters reappearing with new appendages and being stronger and better than they ever were. Mace Windu is awaiting his return. Let's make it happen. Kathy, you're sitting right there. I know you know what to do. All you gotta do is say the word. See you soon. On screen, I hope.
It also should be noted that Mace is regarded as one of the most powerful Jedi and very often has been depicted jumping from incredible distances and landing without injury. A variety of Force users have also survived Force lightning and dismemberment. So Jackson's comments don't really seem too extraordinary considering what we've seen from the character and others like him so far. Entertainment Weekly also confirmed with the iconic actor that he not only believed his character Mace Windu was still alive, but also, just like Obi-Wan and Yoda, he was simply laying low. Interestingly, according to Jackson, Lucas himself is okay with that interpretation and signed off on the idea that Windu could, hypothetically, have survived. Undoubtedly, if Disney chose to bring back the Jedi Master either for The Mandalorian or perhaps another Disney Plus show set in the same time frame, there would be many in the community who would be aggravated by the continuity issues it would cause. And although he did signify that this idea had George's approval, Jackson noted George doesn't have anything to do with it anymore, indicating that just because he approves of it doesn't mean that Kathleen Kennedy or the other folks running Lucasfilm will follow through. As is the case with Sebastian Stan, Samuel L. Jackson is currently involved in a project set to premiere on Disney+. In September, it was confirmed that the actor will be in fact reprising his role as Nick Fury for an upcoming show. So given the fact that he is currently working with Disney along with his previous comments regarding his willingness to return, there would seem to be no real roadblocks on Jackson's side to get this done. I think that given these facts, it would be a no-brainer for Lucasfilm to bring this iconic Jedi Master back for whatever size role the actor would like to take on, especially since Lucas himself has signed off on the idea. Through 2 seasons, what The Mandalorian has proven, at least to me, is first that the showrunners are very open to bringing back iconic characters such as Boba Fett, Ahsoka Tano, and Bo-Katan, and second, that they are focused on respecting and honoring the legacy of these characters in a way that the sequel trilogy failed to do for others. With that considered, I have a basis for hope that a possible return of Mace Windu and introduction into the Mandalorian timeline could be done in a way that is satisfying to both new and old Star Wars fans alike. Another interesting element to this idea comes from the questions many have had after the revelation by Ahsoka that Grogu was raised at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, where many masters trained him. At the end of the Clone Wars, when the Empire rose to power, he was hidden. Someone took him from the temple. Then his memory becomes dark. The questions from viewers and fans were primarily concerning how the child escaped the purge. With Ahsoka revealing that he had been taken away and given that this was the same location as Mace Windu was when those events occurred, many wonder whether or not it could have actually been Windu who came to the child's rescue and hid him. This could serve as a fantastic introduction of the Jedi into the Mandalorian storyline, as there would no doubt be a mutual connection between the 2 Force users. Another dynamic that might prove to be interesting in Mace Windu's reintroduction into Disney canon stems from what happened at the Battle of Geonosis and the Attack of the Clones. And that battle is of course when Jango Fett was beheaded by none other than Master Windu. With Jango's son Boba Fett now accompanying the Mando until they can ensure the child's safe return, if at any point Mace were to meet up with the Mandalorian's crew while searching out the child, it could be intriguing to see what fireworks would ensue upon Fett encountering his father's killer. If Mace were not to make an appearance in the Mandalorian timeframe, then perhaps another possibility could be for him to make a cameo in the upcoming Obi-Wan series, which is also set to premiere on Disney+. This has been called an event series, which means it'll have a limited run. And notably, Ewan McGregor commented when asked about the potential longevity of this series, he said, quote, "As I understand, it's a standalone season. We'll see. Who knows?" If Mace Windu were to make a cameo in the Obi-Wan series, it could serve as a backdoor pilot for his own one-off series on Disney+. Being 71, I wouldn't say a ton of work would need to be done to de-age Jackson were he to appear in the time period in which the Obi-Wan series takes place, which is 10 years after the Revenge of the Sith and 9 years before A New Hope. This would put Mace Windu in his early 60s. In the Mandalorian timeline, Mace Windu would be almost 80 years of age. So I think there aren't really unreachable age restrictions that would hinder his ability to appear in either of these series. With the recent announcement that Disney is planning up to 10 separate Star Wars shows to bring to Disney+, it seems more likely now than ever that they'll attempt to bring this iconic character in for his own series. But a cameo in The Mandalorian or another upcoming show might be their best way to test the response from audiences. But let me know what you think about the possibility of seeing Mace Windu in The Mandalorian, or possibly the upcoming Obi-Wan or even the Ahsoka series. Would you like to see this famous Jedi return? Or would you rather Disney explore their own original Star Wars stories and characters? I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe for more Star Wars and other sci-fi and fantasy content. Thank you all so much for your support, and as always, have a very nerdy day.